What's going on, guys? SmallGuard here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be giving you guys some of the fastest methods to unlock your shooting build specialization. Now today I'm also going to be doing a $25 gift card giveaway. All you need to do is make sure you like the video and you're subscribed. You want to go down in the comments and type 1. Then when you go ahead and type 1, you need to make sure you're staying active to see if you win the giveaway. And once I do choose a random comment that typed 1, I'm going to pin your message and ask you to DM me on Twitter, Discord, or Instagram. So make sure you stay on the lookout for that. Let's go ahead and get 2,000 likes on the video if you guys want more VC giveaways and my brand new up and coming advanced combo tutorial. If you're new, go ahead and hit that sub button, hit that like button, and turn on post notifications. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get right into it. Now before we get into any of the methods I'm about to show you, I'm going to go ahead and break down what you're going to get out of the shooting build specialization and how to maximize using it. Now in every build specialization in NBA 2K26, you're going to get cap breakers, a max +1 and a max +2 for that category. And for shooting, it's going to be very important to know what to use it on. At goal number 6, you're going to get a cap breaker for your shooting. And since we're at the start of NBA 2K26, most of us don't have a really high three-pointer. If you're playing on a small point guard, you most likely have anywhere from a 91 to a 93 three-pointer off rip. And if you're playing on a taller ISO build, you might have a very high mid-range or maybe even a high three-pointer as well. So I'd recommend you use that cap breaker on your mid-range or three-pointer. And we are going to get another cap breaker at goal 8 that you can use on your three-pointer or mid-range depending on your build. Now at goal number 7, we're going to get a max +1. And this is going to be very important because it can make your build even more overpowered. In NBA 2K26, we get a bunch of max +1s and max +2s. Last year in NBA 2K25, we never got this many max +1s and we never had max +2s. So it's very important to know what to use it on so you can maximize your build. So for example, right now I have a 93 three-pointer. Let's say I put my goal 6 and goal 8 cap breakers on my three-pointer to give me a 95 three-pointer. With that 95 three-pointer, I'm going to get set shot specialist on Hall of Fame and limitless range on goal. So we can use that goal 7 max +1 for our shooting, on set shot specialist to give us a legend set shot. Then at goal number 9, for every build specialization category, you're going to get a max +2. So with that 95 three-pointer, since we already have set shot specialist on legend by using our max +1 that we get at goal number 7, we're going to use our max +2 now on limitless range to move it from gold all the way up to legend. And mastering how the build specialization works, you can really maximize your shooting performance and even your build. So now instead of having gold badges, I now have 2 of the best shooting badges in NBA 2K25 on legend. Now starting off with our best method for the shooting build specialization. With this method, you're going to be able to get up to 8 threes every minute. And this is how I completed my shooting build specialization. Now the first thing you need to do, you need to make sure you're on an NBA team. When I first got on my myplayer, it did take me a while to find out how to get on an NBA team. And right here, all you're going to do is bring up your game menu. Now you don't want to click on out of bounds because that is going to take you through a whole mycareer storyline. So make sure you click on draft to get on a team right away. Now once you get drafted to a team, you want to go straight to your team's arena. And once you're in the arena, you want to go to your team's practice facility. You're going to see your head coach with a logo above his head. You're going to walk up to him to start the scrimmage. And all you're going to do now, as soon as the scrimmage begins, you're going to call for the ball and shoot the ball right away and quit right after. And you may be wondering if you quit, is the three-pointer still going to count? And yes, it's going to count every single time. Now if you're quick enough at doing this, you can make up to 8 threes every minute. There's going to be no other faster methods for you to complete your shooting build specialization. So make sure you guys go ahead and do it before it gets patched. Now a very important tip to make this go by even faster is to try to have your player as shooting guard. Now don't worry if you have a point guard or any other position you're trying to work on your shooting build specialization, this method is still going to work. As you can see on my 6'8" playing as shooting guard, I'm going to be able to call for the ball on the left wing every single time and shoot the ball right away. And then once I quit after making one shot, my coach is going to be right behind me. So I then can go ahead and press A and get right back into another scrimmage. And I know this is going to be a very small difference, but sometimes when I'm playing on my point guard, I'll be on the far right or even in the middle. And it's going to be a longer run back to your coach. You might get burnt out quicker. So make sure you go ahead and do this small tip, as it is going to make a little difference. Now another great method to go ahead and grind out your three-pointers or mid-ranges made is going to be playing mycareer. Now this method is not going to be as quick as the first one, but this is going to count as an actual game, as you're going to get VC and myplayer progression. So the very first thing you need to make sure you do is that you're on an NBA team and you set your quarter length to 12 minutes and your game difficulty on rookie. Once you do that, you're going to do all the quests that you need to do before you enter an NBA game. Then once you're done completing all your quests and it allows you to play an NBA game, you're going to go to your NBA arena. You're going to go into a game and try to play your best, as we need to become a starter. And becoming a starter is not going to be too hard at all. On my 6'8" point guard, all I did was play one game and then simulate through another game and it made me a starter. So you can go ahead and do that as well. And when playing your first NBA game, you probably don't need to have it on 12-minute quarters. You can go ahead and put it on 5-minute quarters, as we only need that 12-minute quarter length when we're doing this method. Now once you become a starter, you're going to get this thing called an on-court coach badge, and that's going to allow you to call plays on the court, which is going to be very important. Now the easiest way I've been grinding out my career for years in every NBA 2K, especially if I'm working on anything shooting related. You're gonna go into a 3-2 zone and cherry pick. And what you're gonna do to activate the 3-2 zone, you're gonna press left on your D-pad. Then you're gonna press Y or triangle. And then all you're gonna do is cherry pick, and as you can see, every single time an AI is gonna be wide open and they're gonna shoot the ball right away. Once they shoot the ball, they're most likely gonna miss, and then you're gonna call for the ball down the court and shoot it every single time. And this is gonna be another great way to grind out your jump shots made. Now, next up, we're gonna be talking about another method for the shooting build specialization. The first method I showed you is gonna be great for the making shots portion of the shooting build specialization. But there's gonna be two other challenges that you have to do. You have to win games with an A- teammate grade or higher, and you have to win games with 5 or more jump shots being made. And you're not gonna be able to do any of these with the first method because it's not an actual game. But what we're gonna do now is go to the Street Kings court, and there's gonna be two great Street Kings courts that you can play on. You can play on the one all the way to the right that is named Pivot Point, or you can play on the one all the way to the left that is named Jordan Jams. Now, if you're playing on the Pivot Point street ball court, you want to make sure you're playing against Donnie Dribbles over and over. He's gonna be 5'8", which is gonna make it a lot easier, although all the AIs are pretty easy to play against. But when you're playing against Donnie Dribbles, it's gonna be a lot easier to shoot over him and score the ball because he is 5'8". And if you're playing on the street ball court all the way to the left, you want to play against Shortcake, Timmy, and Poster Child. Again, for the same exact reason that you want to play against Donnie Dribbles, all three of them are going to be very short. And when you start playing against the AIs, it's going to be very easy. You just want to go ahead and play defense and score the ball. And you should get an A- just like that. But make sure throughout the entire game that you're watching your teammate grade and you're watching your shutdown meter. What a shutdown basically is, it's going to end the game if you're up by too many points. So you don't want that to happen if you don't have 5 or more jump shots made or your A- teammate grade. So make sure you go over to the Street Kings court to get this part of the build specialization done. And another great option that you can go ahead and play as well that is just like the street ball courts is going to be the open court athletics. Now on these courts, it's going to be 5v5 up to 21. There's going to be no shutdown or annoying scenes like there is in the street ball courts. It's going to be straight up to 21, and once you win, you can go right back out and go right back into a game with no cutscenes. And you're going to play normally just like the street ball court. All these AIs are going to be on rookie. You can go ahead and shoot over them and do whatever you want. Just make sure you end the game with that A- teammate grade and you made 5 or more jump shots. And there is one benefit by playing on this court. You're going to get 3 times badge progression. So if you're still working on getting your badges, you can come in here and grind out your build specialization at the same time and kill 2 birds with 1 stone.